Welcome to Goshen Prepping. Thank you for joining us. When we talk about our border, of course, we're talking about an infiltration of immigrants coming across. We're not simply talking about immigrants from Latin America. From News Nation, Chinese migrants illegally entering the United States on the rise. Source from the Border Patrol. They're seeing a rise in Chinese migrants caught at the southern border. Many begin in Ecuador and actually make their way up. And the reports coming in are actually sporadic. Some are saying hundreds, some are saying thousands. There's actually been reports of thousands and thousands of Chinese at the border trying to come across. Now, we may simply say this because they're trying to flee China and their socialist area, but the United States is heading in the same direction. But what we're finding as far as the way the migrants are coming in, as far as the way they're acting, shows that it's more nefarious and they're not simply just trying to have asylum in the United States. For example, a reporter says he filmed hundreds of military-aged Chinese men heading toward the U.S. in migrant groups. And this article says Chinese nationals are crossing the border into the U.S. is unprecedented, with the first few months of 2023 already eclipsing the total for 2022. U.S. Customs and Border Patrol say that just under 2,000 Chinese nationals crossed the border last year, but this year we've already seen 4,300. And for the New York Post, number of Chinese migrants caught at the southern border skyrockets over 700%. And this specific article was from February 10th. And what we're finding is not simply coming across, but every time a camera points at them, they hide their faces. They really want to try to stay incognito. This is not simply just a problem with a wall keeping migrants out. This is not simply just, Latino Americans, Mexican Americans, etc., trying to find a better life in the United States. I'm all for immigration. I'm actually all for immigration even coming up from the Latino countries. Obviously, if it's done the correct way. But when we actually see Chinese nationals, military-aged men, by the thousands coming in from China, in which we're actually starting to head into confrontation with that country, I'm sure you can put two and two together as well. And for the fact that Biden and his puppeteers continuously push open borders, letting them flood in, it really shows the true intentions here, doesn't it? So we have to be ready here. We have to be ready in the United States because this very well could be the very beginning stages of boots on the ground of military entering our country.